Look past the fresh coat of paint, and there's a massive chemical engine hiding in plain sight.
You're talking about Sherwin-Williams, right? The stock that's been all over my feed lately?
Exactly, Michael. And there's a very specific reason why the ticker SHW is generating so much heat in recent regulatory filings.
I noticed material agreements and new debt obligations in February and June of this year. Does that mean they're in trouble?
It's certainly something to watch, but you have to look at the context of their broader strategy. They're simultaneously integrating the Souvenir acquisition from last October and preparing to open between 80 and 100 new stores across the United States and Canada this year.
So they're doubling down on expansion even while taking on more debt?
Precisely. And they aren't just selling cans of paint to homeowners. They're a global powerhouse in chemical formulations, covering everything from automotive refinishing to heavy-duty industrial protection for marine environments.
It sounds much bigger than I thought. What does the actual revenue look like?
The scale is massive. We've seen revenue climb from about $19.9 billion in 2021 to over $23.5 billion in 2025. That's a compound annual growth rate of 4.3%.
Okay, so the top line is growing. But what about the actual profit? Is all that revenue actually hitting the bottom line?
The efficiency is actually one of the most striking parts of this story. Their return on invested capital, or ROIC, was approximately 29.2%. They're also maintaining a gross margin of 48.8%.
Those are huge numbers for an industrial company. But how does the current price of $354.30 compare with the cash flow models?
That's exactly where the tension lies, Michael. A conservative discounted cash flow model gives an anchor of about $123.76, not a fair value target or a downside floor.
Wait, what? That's way lower than where it's trading right now. So how should we interpret that gap?
Well, don't jump to conclusions just yet. If we use a reverse DCF approach, which looks at what the current price implies about future cash flows, the market is essentially pricing in a requirement of roughly $7.64 billion in normalized free cash flow every single year.
But their actual free cash flow was $2.65 billion last year. That implied figure is about 2.9 times what they actually produced.
Exactly. So the real debate is whether future execution can deliver the massive, fundamental step change in cash generation embedded in the current price.
So what would have to go right, and what could derail that?
There are even deeper layers to consider, like how their high return on equity of 55.9% is driven by heavy leverage.
So there's more risk hidden in the balance sheet too?
There's always something. Between the potential for raw material price spikes and the pressure of refinancing the debt, there are plenty of ways this could go sideways.
I definitely need to understand the expansion case and the risks behind those expectations.
That's exactly what we're breaking down in our full deep dive. For the full story on Sherwin-Williams Company, the business, the management, the financials, who owns it, the risks, and the valuation, visit stockanalytics.ai. And a quick note, this is an AI-generated analysis for educational purposes only, and nothing here is financial advice.